Hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. In this edition of the podcast, we're going to talk about a really great strategy that athletes and their coaches have used for decades to enhance their sporting performance, but also their personal and professional performance as well. You'll enjoy this edition of the podcast. You know, goals are a funny thing. Some goals we go after and we seem to accomplish them not in an effortless way. I mean, we have to fight for them, we have to work hard, we have to sacrifice, but we accomplish them. They're on our to-do list and we can check it off. But you probably have goals that have been around, rattling around in your heart and your mind for a long time now, and you're not making any progress with them. So why is that? Why is it that some goals you sort of just muck around on and don't make progress with, and then other goals you accomplish relatively quickly? Well, I think the secret sauce behind the difference between those two goals or visions for the future is the whole topic of visualization. So I'm going to introduce the topic a little bit today, and then embedded in this blog post is a video we put together a few years ago that goes through the nuts and bolts of how you can utilize visualization in accomplishing your personal and your professional goals. So first of all, when we talk about the whole area of goal setting and visualization, the first thing that we need to do is to understand that using your creative imagination and the power of visualization is like any other skill. It gets better the more you use it. And for many of us, our imaginations are very underdeveloped. And so you have to be patient with this. You can't sort of, use visualization or your imagination once and then think it doesn't work for you and then give it up. It's something you have to begin introducing into your goal setting and planning exercises on a regular basis. So the first thing that you need to think about is, again, the goal setting process is as much about visualization and your imagination as it is the nuts and bolts strategic planning around how you accomplish your goals. So when we talk about this whole area, the first thing that we often default to when it comes to our goals or our visions for the future is to default to action, right? So massive action is what it's going to take to accomplish the goals. But again, you have some goals where it's been very difficult for you to take action. Why is that? Well, again, the secret sauce, visualization. So it's important to write down your goals and write down the steps towards your goals, to verbalize and discuss those things with mentors or co-workers or people you have to collaborate with when it comes to your goals. But once you've done that, use that information and content to create a very powerful image, visualization of what that goal looks like in the future. It's very important that you do that. This is where the creative imagination part of this whole process can really be an important first step. So you don't want to go into the goal achievement process just jumping into action right away or doing the written work and the verbal work to articulate your goals and then action. You want to use visualization as one of the early parts in the process to achieve your goals. Now, when it comes to visualization, there's actually this concept of contrasting the visualization process. So a contrasted process is essentially this. You have two pieces to the visualization of your compelling future. So one is the big, hairy, audacious goal that excites you but also scares you that you want to accomplish. It may even to some people sound pie in the skies, but you're excited about it. It's something you want to accomplish. So that's one set of visualizations you want to work on. The second set of visualizations is the practical action steps that you need to take to put that vision into play, into motion, so that it is ultimately achieved. So in your mind's eye, what you want to have is one set of visualizations that clearly in your mind's eye show you completing and living the goal that you are trying to aspire to. Okay, so that's really important. A second set of visualizations is the action steps. What are the specific steps you need to take every day, every week, every month, every year to move you in the direction of those goals and objectives? And that's the concrete sort of practical action stuff that you need to initiate. So you need to basically visualize the nuts and bolts of accomplishing those particular goals. And then, of course, action will then come out of that. Because what happens is, as we begin writing down those goals and then visualizing those goals, it creates a cascading of emotions and energy that almost naturally creates, momentum and action towards those goals. Again, some of the reasons why you accomplish goals in your life was that almost subconsciously you had a compelling vision. That's why you went for them. But on the ones where you're stuck, you haven't taken the time to really create that vision and to work on it in your mind's eye. The other really important thing about visualization in this whole process is that researchers have confirmed that powerfully envisioning the goals, whether it's that future vision or the specific skills and abilities you need to have to achieve those goals, more quickly integrates those skills and abilities into your life. So the practical aspects are, whether it's golfing or other sports skills, you can apply the visualization process to. It could be communication skills. It could be various professional skills that you need to work on to achieve your goals and objectives. And so visualization makes it a quicker process to adopt those new skills, abilities, thinking patterns so that you accomplish your goals and objectives. So again, make sure you take a look at the video that's embedded in this blog post. If you're watching this particular video on YouTube, there'll be a link in the show notes that'll take you back to our blog post. You can see that video. And I think you'll find it very helpful. Well, if you lead teams, if you're an organizational leader and you're trying to help your teams to be effective, to be productive, to navigate change and transitions in both the life of your organization and in their personal lives, then reach out to us. We'd love to start a conversation about how we can craft customized training programs to help you and your organization achieve its goals. Be resilient.